Hello children, welcome back to English class. In this session, we are going to learn Unit 3 Prose. The title is Forgetting and it was written by Robert Lynd. First, we'll see about the author. Robert Wilson Lynd, an Irish writer, is one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century. He began his career as a journalist. He penned numerous articles for the leading newspapers and magazines like Daily News, The Statesman, and Nation. He wrote under the pseudonym YY. His essays cover a wide range of simple and interesting topics. They are humorous, delightful, ironical, and satirical. Robert Lynd was awarded with the Honorary Literature Doctorate by Queen's University, Belfast in 1947. He was also honored by the Royal Society of Literature with a silver medal and by the Sunday Times with a gold medal for Bell's letters. In his essay Forgetting, Robert Lynd takes a humorous look at the nature and effects of forgetfulness. Okay, how forgetful are you? Yes, we are all forgetful at times, and not only that, we would like to find ways of improving our memories too, isn't it? Yes, here we have a few practical ideas to overcome forgetfulness. Let's see that. Forgetfulness is common in day to day activities, isn't it? Yes, it can be overcome by some ideas like setting an alarm. Keeping a checklist or maintaining a diary is very important. In this age of media, we can request our friend to give a missed call as a reminder. Am I right? Yes. And repeatedly, we can remind ourselves before going to bed and then identify the required matter with an object or a person very close to us, isn't it? So, these are the practical ideas we can use to overcome our forgetfulness. Do you agree with me? Yes. Robert Lynd is an exceptionally humorous and great writer. His articles are simple, amusing, and satirical. His style of composing is rich and enchanting. In his essay Forgetting, Robert Lynd expounds on the main causes of forgetting and furthermore clarifies what things are usually forgotten by individuals. Let's get into the essay. Children, listen carefully. Meanwhile, I'll ask you questions. Okay? Yes. The essay begins with the writer's surprise at the publication of a list of articles lost by travelers at a railway station in London. Lynd says that absent-mindedness has puzzled the readers of the list. Lynd doubts that such type of absent-mindedness and wonders at the efficiency of human memory. Ordinarily, a person remembers everything that is expected of him. Okay, what made people wonder about the absent-mindedness of their fellow beings? Think well and try to get answer. Yes, the large number of lost items by travelers make people wonder at the absent-mindedness of people. Am I right? Yes. There is a twist to the argument like in the matter of taking medicines. Lynd imagines that only an extraordinarily systematic mortal can always remember to take his pills. Medicine is the easiest thing to remember because it is taken before, during, or after meals, and the meal itself should remind us about it. But people still forget to take medicines even if they are truly interested in taking them. In his view, chemists make a lot of fortunes out of the forgotten medicine. Okay, why, according to Lynd, should take medicines be one of the easiest actions to remember? Yes, you're absolutely correct. Medicines are taken usually before, during, or after meals, right? So, the meal itself should be a reminder for taking medicines. So, the author says taking medicines should be one of the easiest to remember. Am I right? Yes. Same is the case with posting letters. This, it thinks, might be due to lack of interest in other people's letters, but again he contradicts his own opinion by saying that he forgets to post some of his own letters. As for the things that are forgotten in the trains and taxis, Lynd says walking sticks he himself often forgets. He does not carry an umbrella for fear of losing it. Okay, what are the articles the writer forgets most often? Yes, the author forgets to take books or to take walking sticks and umbrella most often, isn't it? Yes. As for the items lost in trains, it is the younger rather than the adults who forgot to take their belongings. Lynd says that as players returning from the play fields still think of the game, they are either happy or sad depending on have they won or lost. Such imagination keeps them away from the real world and they forget their belongings. Okay, who are the citizens of Dreamland and why? Yes, sportsmen are referred to as citizens of Dreamland. Do you know why? Because their minds are filled with the imagination of the games played and titles won. They forget their articles. Okay? Yes. Lynd then talks about anglers or fishermen who also forget their fishing rods when they return to their homes after the day's fishing. This is because they are always concocting tales in their heads. Whether it is an angler who forgets his fishing rod or a poet who forgets to post a letter, their forgetting or loss of memory is a blessing in distinct use as their minds think about matters more glorious. For Lynd, such kind of forgetting is a virtue as it helps them in making the best of life and thus the mediocrity of things does not bother them. Okay, what kind of absent mindedness is regarded as a virtue by Lynd? Yes, anglers forget their fishing rod while enjoying their sport, isn't it? The same way, the poet may forget to post a letter since it is a mediocre thing. Am I right? Yes, such absent mindedness appears to be a virtue for the author. Okay? Yes. The tone of the essay gets serious as Lynd raises some genuine points. A comparison is drawn between memory and intellect, and Lynd says that men with exceptional memories are considered to be efficient, but the truth is that they may lack intellect. Poets and writers have better and sharper memories than those of politicians, and statesmen. In the concluding paragraph of his essay, Lynd ends from where he had started. Ordinarily, we all have a good memory, and if a person does not possess it, he is regarded as eccentric. Again, he resorts to an example of a father who took his baby out in a pram on a sunny morning and got tempted to take a glass of beer in a bar, thus slipped into it, leaving the baby outside. After some time, his wife happened to pass through that sight, and recognizing her baby, she was shocked at her husband's careless attitude. She decided to teach her husband a lesson and took the baby with her, thinking of how her husband would get terrified when he comes out and finds the baby has been stolen. Not to her expectations, when her husband comes home and asks what is in the lunch today, and having forgotten all about the baby and the fact that he had taken the baby out in the morning. For Lynd, only philosophers are capable of such kind of absent mindedness. He concludes by saying that most of us are born with the efficient power of memory, otherwise, the institution of the family could not have survived in any great modern city. Okay, what was the reaction of the husband who had taken the child out when he reached home? Yes, the husband came inside the house with a big smile and asked his wife what she had for lunch, right? So he totally forgot that he had taken the child out, isn't it? Yes. Forgetting is the core of the essay, and the author has approached it through many routes, giving examples from real life. The author has quipped several times in order to amuse the reader and to prove that forgetting is not such a curse or bane as it is thought to be in society. Furthermore, forgetting is a common phenomenon which forms part and parcel of human life. It can't be ruled out or washed away. On a serious note, the author underlines the importance of an ordinary good memory because the fabric, communication, and safeties of society depends on it. If all of us turn out to be like the poets and philosophers, the plight of society need not be underlined. Let's see few glossaries from the prose. Antipathy, strong dislike, reluctant, unwilling. Fortunes, huge sums of money. Prosaic, dull. Exploits, daring or heroic facts or actions. Feats, mediocre, not very good or ordinary. Fallible, capable of making mistakes. Sieve, strainer or filter. Audacious, bold and daring. Eccentric, tending to act strangely. Indignant, being very angry. Quivering, trembling, vexation, irritation. Now we'll see few key points for better understanding. The author talks about the power of memory, especially for the human beings. An ordinary man remembers almost everything. Forgetting takes place when there is strong dislike. People forget to take medicines, to post letters, and such menial things. They forget books, walking sticks, umbrella, balls, and bats in a train journey. Great writers and music composers had excellent memories. Sports persons normally forget while they return. Handlers are no exception to this. But statesmen remember everything always. Okay, children, up to this, the prose gets over. Hope you understand. Please read this essay in your textbook for a clear view. Okay, thank you.